Welcome to game number 2 of the Christos Nova doubleheader here at the Moose Athletic Complex in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Christos winning the USL-2 League matchup, just preceding this by a final score of 6-1, and the men certainly hoping to replicate that here tonight. My name is Danny Tao. I'm happy to be with you this evening. My usual broadcast partner, Christian Taylor, is away at the moment, but do not worry, I'll have you covered throughout these 90 minutes of what should be an incredible USL-2 matchup. These two teams met once this year back on May 27th. They shared the points in a 1-1 draw. Starting lineups tonight, Christos coming out in a 4-3-3 with Micah Seeger between the pipes. Jordan Ehart and Josh Morgan are the center back pair. Brian St. Martin and Jordan Travers on the wings. Eli Belcher and Evan Paez holding down the middle, and Pete Mangione is the attacking mid. Up top, Spencer Hanks, Taylor Calhira, and Van Danielson form a potent trio. Starters for Nova in no particular order are Luke Campbell, KJ Nadeau, Daniel Akinkoy, Declan Quill, Jordan Black, Jonathan Rivera, Matty Johannes, Mike Bleeker, Frank Diorio. Eric Calvillo, and the goalkeeper is Lorenzo Gordon. So Taylor Calhira has got the ball on the far side, and he's got some space to work. Looking for Van Danielson, and Danielson will get there. Hanks is in the box. Calhira joins him, drops it back for Belcher. There's Pies, now Morgan. St. Martin on the near side. Finds Hanks. Looking for Eli Belcher, but an important interception as St. Martin gets the ball back. St. Martin bopping his way through defenders. A couple players go down. Referee says play on. Ball falls to Hanks. Belcher and Calhira. Rolled through. Still Calhira. Calhira off balance. Shot off the post. Still in the air, and eventually Gordon falls on it. Taylor Calhira just inches away from an opener. Taylor Calhira, impressive to get so much power on an off-balance effort on net. Hit the corner of the frame. Only thing to deny him. There's Belcher to have an effort, and just a bit high, falling away. So a fast start for Christos. And that probably to be expected playing at the Moose. A fortress for Christos FC, 3-0 at home on the year, winning those games by a combined differential of 9-3. So very tough place for road teams to come in and play. Alternatively, the road, a different story for Christos, just 0-1-2 away from home as Eli Belcher wins the ball with the opportunity to move in some space. Christos 2 draws at Patuxent and the aforementioned draw with this Northern Virginia team, and in its most recent game falling 4-0 at Virginia Beach United in what could prove decisive as we move into the home stretch of the season. Nova asking some questions down the far side as Jordan Travers clatters to the ground in a collision. Nova keeps possession. 3 in the box if a cross can find them. That's Bleeker. Now on the near side, here's Campbell, the SUNY Cortland grad. Josh Morgan stepping up to win the ball, and Christos works it out of the back beautifully to Van Danielson. Here's Mangione. Josh Morgan's going to give everyone a chance to catch their breath as St. Martin considers his options. Christos coming off a year in which made the playoffs in the Eastern Conference of USL League 2, got in as the 7th seed, a wild card behind division winners Lionsbridge in the Chesapeake Division. Fell in the first round, though, playing in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. The opponent being the Seacoast United Phantoms, eventual semifinalists, as Van Danielson called offside. So Christos looking to match that effort from a year ago and at least make the playoffs, but it is a tough road right now with a crowded middle of the Chesapeake division, even the top. Lionsbridge still atop the division. Their only loss on the year coming back on June 10th to this same Christos team here in Glen Burnie, a 2-1 defeat. That was a 78th minute winner, proving the difference for Christos. And there's an effort from distance for Nova. Not quite on target by KJ Nadeau. So Micah Seeger will get us back underway, wearing the neon between the pipes for Christos. So as I was saying, Lionsbridge with a record of 5-1 and 15 points is atop the Chesapeake division, and then you've got a real glut of 3 teams in Christos, Nova, and Virginia Beach United. Nova actually has the least total points of those 3 with 10, but having only played 5 matches, their points per match puts them in 2nd place. Virginia Beach United on 13 points, the most of the 3, is in 3rd based on points per match, and Christos sitting 4th on 11 points with a 3-1-2 record. However, if either team can take 3 points from this match, it will prove a long way towards getting a playoff berth. Whoever wins this match actually will slide into an Eastern Conference wildcard spot, that according to Tim Harvey, the DMV soccer insider that he is. This one floated long, looking for Rivera. Rivera unable to keep it in, but does win a throw for Nova. This is a Kincoy flipping the field. Chest trap down by Nadeau, and eventually forced out for a goal kick. Seeger, a quick restart. Nova pressing high up the pitch, looking to force a mistake by this Christos defense, and Josh Morgan just dribbling through them like they aren't there. The center back crosses midfield before he finally loses the ball, and now perhaps Nova can capitalize on the missing defender. And not quite. Much to the chagrin of the keeper, Lorenzo Gordon, shouting at his team to hold possession. Now here's St. Martin, or beg pardon, Hanks with St. Martin overlapping. Now St. Martin battling Bleecker. Brian St. Martin able to get around, and Bleecker still fighting, and Bleecker just shields him off enough for a teammate to come in and help. A beautiful flick on by Nadeau, was looking for his teammate Declan Quill, but just could not link up on the through ball as it's out for a corner. Declan Quill just finished his junior campaign at Virginia Tech. Declan, actually his middle name, James, his legal first name, goes by Declan. Did score in their recent game against the Virginia Marauders. Started 9 of his 18 appearances at Virginia Tech. Former Gatorade Player of the Year nominee in the state of Virginia, as Nadeau will take an out swinging corner. On the ground, running into the referee is Jordan Travers. Referee Steven putting his hands up, not giving us his last name. Perhaps doesn't want to hear it from any fans. Not too pleased with his calls. But he's reminding Travers, hey, he is a human being who can't just disappear because the player needs him to. So now here's Luke Campbell. Finds Akinkoy. Now Campbell. Started his career at Old Dominion, ended it at SUNY Cortland when he graduated in 2021. Through the legs of Hanks. Out wide for Rivera. Campbell again. Puts one towards the back post. Battle back there. Travers did enough to get it out. Not quite away from danger, though. This is Calvillo. Ball back in, headed by Pies. Hanks picks up Campbell. Just on the precipice of the final third. stark contrast between this one and the women's game that just took place before this. The women's game, while competitive in points, was never truly in doubt as Christos ran away with a 6-1 victory. And this one, still obviously no score, but both teams having their opportunities early, and certainly more an up-tempo game than the former of this doubleheader. Kalhira riding a Kinkoi, and eventually it falls for Hanks. Hanks trying to slide one through for Belcher. Belcher slides just to pick up possession. Christos will roll it all the way back to the keeper to get us going as a southwest plane flies low overhead to nearby BWI. The sun has set behind the trees. It's a cotton candy sunset here in Glen Burnie. Just over 10 minutes gone. Still scoreless between these two teams in a frenetic start to the game. The heat has gone with the sun as well. The wind dying down a bit. A calm, cool, clear night. Could not ask for better conditions for a competitive soccer match. Kalhira eventually emerging from the crowd on the far side with the ball, was looking for Van Danielson, but picked up instead in the back by the Nova defender, Frankie Diorio. Nova really unique compared to many of the teams in this league in that several of its players are through with their college days, are out. They do have collegiate players on the roster, Declan Quill, Lorenzo Gordon among them, but several college grads dotting the lineup as well. Campbell, Nadeau, Akinkoy, most notably. Akinkoy, actually the senior member of the group, graduated from American way back in 2013. Now coaches with Bethesda Soccer Club. Has trained in the past with some pro clubs in Germany, SC Paderborn, most notably. In the far corner, Rivera is going to win the ball just ahead of his Christos counterpart. A liner into the box. Some confusion there as St. Martin let it run through. Seemingly believed it would be a Christos goal kick. Referee instead signaling for a Nova corner. Second of the game for the road team, attacking right to left in their road blacks with gold lettering. Quickly played into Campbell. Liner into the box, dealt with by Paez. Flag is up. It'll be another Nova corner, this time from the far side. Corner curling outwards towards the near post. First ball won by Christos. Second ball headed back towards net. Seeger will just see it out for a goal kick. That was Nadeau who got the second head on it. The Lenora Rhine product who graduated back in 2017. Lenora Rhine, its most notable athlete these days, Kyle Duggar, the safety of the New England Patriots. But turned out some other impressive products for a D2 school. As this one is tracked down, there's an effort. Saved by Gordon, not quite controlled, spilled out. And Bleeker's the first one too, and Gordon can just clear it out. Early opportunity for Christos. That was Pete Mangione who had the effort. Morgan with time at the midfield line. Kalhira dropping way back to collect. Kalhira really a unicorn in terms of he just goes where he wants on the field, always seems to be in the right place. Just where Christos need him. His official position is a forward, perhaps a wing tonight, you could say, but as you can tell, dropping back to collect the ball from his center back, he goes wherever the home team in gray needs him to be. As Belcher will play it back to Morgan. Rivera applying some light pressure on the Christos back line, just making them think a little bit as they look to build. There's Paez. Ehart. Over to Travers on the far side. Travers, a core member, not just of this USL-2 team, but of the Christos club as a whole. Now Calhira, another one of those core members. Finds Travers into the middle. Danielson could not get there. Stuck out a leg, but was about 6 inches behind the ball. Another impressive attack from Christos that just does not amount to anything yet, but the signs are there. Just about 20 minutes gone in Glen Burnie. Calhira finds Mangione. Spencer Hanks snapping his wrist, trying to get the attention of his Christos teammates without catching the attention of his defenders. But he was wide open on the near side while the ball on the opposite side of the field from him. Now here's Belcher. Hanks makes a run. Belcher finds him as Gordon's off his line and just beats Hanks to the ball. Christos not far off once again. Morgan pressured by Rivera, plays it back to Seeger. Lorenzo Gordon coming off his line very well. Wealth of experience for the rising senior at American. Played for Loudoun United up in the USL Championship a few years ago. Also trained with DC United in their pre-seasons of 2019 and 2020. Comes from an athletic family as well. 2 sisters playing soccer at Maryland and the Naval Academy. Here's Van Danielson looking for an avenue to cross. Now St. Martin. St. Martin goes down, all ball from Bleecker, and it's going to be a goal kick for Nova. St. Martin, another one of those players with an athletic family lineage. His brother Brett, a national champion, playing at the University of Maryland back in 2018 under head coach Sasho Shirovsky. St. Martin now playing for Shirovsky at Maryland. Just finished his freshman campaign. Made 2 appearances in the fall of 2022 for the Terps. All the way back for Gordon, and Nova will try to build it out of the back. Christos has been the one applying the pressure here for the last several minutes, but Nova have had their chances as well. Luke Campbell has 2 on him. He finds a Kinkoy. Kinkoy tripped up by Belcher. A pretty easy call for the head referee, and Nova just about in the middle of its own half, say in the quarter line of the field, maybe 25-yard line if you want to use an American football reference. Hanks lets the ball through his legs, but not much further, traps it between his feet. Hanks and Akinkoy holding each other as Belcher gets the ball. Ground cross looking for Calahira, easily picked out by Campbell. Some shouting from the general area to be smarter with the ball, whether that was Gordon or a Christos attacker, I'm not quite sure. Here's Matty Johannes. Mangione can't keep possession. Johannes is there. Nova asking questions. Floated in, up 1 over everyone, and out for a goal kick. Eric Calvillo was there rising to meet the ball, just a little too high even for him. Christos this season being led by Larry Sancombe, a real legend of the club, going all the way back to the beginning. A diverse coaching staff surrounding him, Malcolm Harris among others, providing guidance for these players. Malcolm Harris held down the midfield for Christos last season in a role not too dissimilar to the one Evan Paez playing now. CDM-esque, but really just the calm, cool, collected man in the middle. And ref Steven blows the whistle for a wraparound as Nova plays it all the way back to reset. Floater in the middle. Nova's first there. Calhira pressures from behind, and it's Calhira who gets the ball. Mangione finds Danielson at the midfield line. Now Calhira. Pressured by Akinkoy. Calhira tried to flip the field to Hanks. Now Hanks has space. Cuts in, looking for help. Now Nova's got space to counter. Manny Johannes slowing up the counter a little bit just to keep possession. Bleeker playing one right under the leg of his teammate Quill. Mangione is in, almost had Hanks through. Just an easy deflection. Mangione trying to find his way. Calhira will have a go. No. Still Calhira. Rolled on for Belcher. Belcher goes down. Multiple Christos bodies on the floor. One staying down. I believe that is Spencer Hanks. Seems to be holding his left knee and in some pain as well. Training staff going to come on and have a look at him. Hanks playing at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County this past year, his junior year for the Retrievers, where he made 19 appearances, 10 of them starts, scored 5 goals, added 2 assists as well. Has 1 goal, at least 1 goal on my note sheet. The USL-2 website, not exactly conducive for quality broadcasting, but that is a soliloquy for another day and another platform on my end. It's Hanks getting worked on by the trainers. Players of both teams coming over to get water. They're reminded by our 4th referee to stay on the field. So Hanks is limping off under his own power. Christos not making a change quite yet. Going to look and see if he can receive some quick treatment and get back on the pitch. So Christos playing with 10 for the moment. We are back underway. Alejandro Arbeláez getting ready in the event that Hanks cannot return. And Arbeláez will come on. Hanks. Well, hold on. Procedural issue before we make this substitution. Christos still playing with 10 men while they search for a sub pass. Arbelez cannot come on the pitch without the official piece of paper. Even Nova telling the ref to just let him on. But rules are the rules, so Christos remains with just 10 on the pitch for the moment. It's Declan Quill trying to build the attack. Now they found the sub passes. So Arbelez will be able to get on at the next break, but down a man, Christos might be in trouble. Josh Morgan closing out Seeger, making a reflex save from about 6 yards away. Declan Quill almost getting Nova on the board. Arbelez is going to use these extra seconds on the sidelines just to get as ready as he can. Going in a little cold, was sitting, not expecting to go in quite yet until Hanks went down. Gordon urging his team on as his counterpart will play it long. Very loud communication from Lorenzo Gordon. Now here's Van Danielson. Some room to run, a heavy touch. And that heavy touch zooms him in. Calhira picks him up. This is Calhira. Trying to float one through, and Gordon collects. Calhira got a dribbling cross off. There was no one in the middle, regardless, for Christos. So it looks like with Hanks coming off, Arbelez slots into the midfield. He'll take the spot that Mangione was operating as the cam, center attacking mid, and Mangione will move up from that midfield position into more of an attacking role. Belcher in the midfield as well. The three of them, along with Evan Paez, really playing pretty interchangeably. Now on the near side, this is Campbell. Picked up by Mangione. 1-2 with Campbell. St. Martin snuffs it out and gets a deflection that wins Christos a throw as well. Very well done by the Maryland left back. Or right back, beg pardon. Just call him an outside back. Left and right, near and far. Direction can get a little confusing. Spencer Hanks is off the trainer's table and back sitting on the Christos bench. That's a very positive sign for his overall health. This is Quill in the middle for Nova. Floated to the far side. Now low liner into the middle. Dealt with by Morgan. Josh Morgan. Some battling in the middle. Both teams upset. No foul called. Here's a Kinkoy trying to flip the field now. A floater into the box, potentially dangerous with an on-rushing Jonathan Rivera, but Christos defenders bodying him off, and Seeger collects rather easily. Now St. Martin building, he finds Mangione. Paez to Ehart. Ehart under some pressure, finds Belcher quickly. Calhira now Travers. Travers trying to get it back to Calhira, and Calhira wins the ball and is not able to keep it in, nor is he able to get it out of the sideline. Rolls over the touchline for a goal kick. Didn't even try to keep it in at the end, just tried to boot it out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick. Unsuccessful in that mission, however. Now here's a Kinkoy. Picked up by Arbelez. Arbelez pushing all the way forward as Gordon resets from the back. Excellent long ball looking for Nadeau. Now doing some shoving there in the touchline with St. Martin. Could not quite catch up to it for a Christos goal kick. Half an hour gone at the Moose. Score remains 0-0 between Christos and Nova in this USL League 2 showdown. The winner will move into an Eastern Conference wildcard spot. The losers' playoff hopes might just be on life support. And a draw, well, keeps everything up in the air, let's just say. These teams will meet one more time this year, I should note. The last game of the regular season, and that'll be in Northern Virginia on July 15th. So it's not quite all done and dusted, but that one, based on how the standings are right now, could be very, very crucial to determining who gets in and who's watching a stream at home. Bleeker. Back for Gordon. Belcher applying some pressure. And Gordon boots it from the edge of his own 18. One hops into the Christos 18 and headed into the arms of Seeger by Ehart. So referee Steven just gonna cool any lingering tension there from Jonathan Rivera. Now here's Ehart. Working with him over on the far side. St. Martin heading it on. He's battling with Campbell. And Campbell doing well to shake St. Martin, try to chip it over him. Campbell's holding his left hamstring. Looks like maybe incidentally or not took a cleat from St. Martin as the Maryland outside back got up. Discussions between the Nova players and the two referees on the scene. So Alejandro Arbalez stands over the ball here, the UMBC midfielder. Played last year in Nisa with the Maryland Bobcats. Also has appeared for the Baltimore Blast in the Arena League. A Bogota, Colombia native. Now representing Cockeysville, Maryland. His free kick is low into the box, not very good. Easily headed away at the top. Campbell flips the field. There was space on the far side for Quill, and Eli Belcher easily and quickly, I might add, snuffs it out. Now here's Danielson. Danielson's clear through on goal. Van Danielson opens the scoring for Christos. Danielson got a clear lane through off the quick restart from Christos, and the green smoke is flaring at the Moose. The home team leads 1-0 in the 35th minute. Taylor Calhira is going to get the assist there. So 1-0 Christos with the green smoke rising in the distance. Just about 10 minutes to play in the first half with any stoppage time for the various injuries and disagreements we've seen. Long ball floated ahead. Josh Morgan's going to get there first. Not quite able to keep it in with his clearance, but he did, perhaps most importantly, beat Matty Johannes to the ball. Matty Johannes, another player who has featured with Loudoun United in the past, now playing for the Kentucky Wildcats. A line drive cross dealt with. The second ball is deflected in and off sides is the call. There was a deflected shot that fell to a Nova attacker who managed to put it in the net but could not remain on sides while doing so. Calhira, poor decision. Belcher trying to make up for it. He cannot. Falls to Nadeau. Nadeau had an effort, blocked away by Paez for a Nova corner. Fourth or fifth corner of the half for Nova, to little success so far, as the scoreline may tell you. This one out swinging, low, easily dealt with, though not quite able to keep it in. Christos, and Nova will get another throw. Back underway with Bleecker. Arbla has picked him up, and Bleecker will rotate it around. Belcher and Nadeau going down. The referee awards the free kick to Christos, much to the chagrin of Lorenzo Gordon and company. Gordon, the most vocal player on the pitch tonight, whether yelling at his teammates or yelling at the refs. Everyone knows how the American keeper is feeling.
Coach, no.
KJ Nadeau having some words with Larry Sancombe. We're going to have some discussions over here between the referee and the assistant referee. The ref on the near side having a lot of words with the Nova bench. Yellow card being shown to the Nova bench. Still words being exchanged between the assistant referee. It's a quick summary. It was just...
He's saying that he's threatening him just because he's saying he's on camera? Is that a threat? No, it's not. That's a threat? Give me the move. Let me see it.
A lot of words still. Now the fourth referee getting involved. A lot of discussion. Now people trying to get their eyes back on the field. Discussions of what constitutes a threat. Might need to bring in a linguist for that one. Christos bench remarkably staying mostly silent since Larry Sancombe's outburst. Pretty unusual for a typically vocal bench that we've seen some shouting from so far tonight, but as their Nova counterparts get some warnings from the referees, Christos content to remain out of the affair. Oh yeah, and there's a soccer game going on as well. This is Calhira in the midfield. St. Martin calling for the ball on the far side. Now here's Paez on the far side. St. Martin still with a turf load of space. If the Christos can flip it to him. This is Travers. Calhira might be through if he can beat Bleeker to the ball. Bleeker slides, and it's a clean slide. Gordon able to clear it out, and that one over even my head into the training booth. Mangione and St. Martin combining on the near side. Now here's Paez. Paez, another player who's just working all over the field, similar to Calhira. Wherever Christos needs him, he's there. And now here's Calhira. To Belcher. Rolling it back for Paez. Infield to Arbalez. Now St. Martin with space. Cross played in. The ball in and just wide of the mouth of the goal. Mangione cannot believe that he missed from that distance, but he did. Fourth referee still talking to the Nova head coach. Trying to define what exactly is a threat, it sounds like, as someone on the Nova bench reminded the assistant referee that he's on camera, whatever the intent behind that phrase was. Clearly the AR felt threatened, and that was enough to award the yellow card. If any linguists are in the chat tonight, please let us know what you think. We're coming up on 45 minutes played in the first half, though there should be a few minutes of added time. Eli Belcher tripped up in the midfield behind the play. Nobody saw it, so we play on, but a collision between Quill and Belcher. Should be some residual effects from that one as we go forward. Calhira pressing high up the pitch. Mangione weaving through defenders. Just a little bit behind Belcher. Goes down trying to reach it. Here's St. Martin. St. Martin with space. Calhira out wide. Calhira beats one. Into the middle. It's low and on goal. Deflected and in. Pete Mangione doubles Christos' lead. Still shouting from Nova players and their bench. But as we approach halftime, it's Christos 2, Nova 0. Credit for the assist is going to go to number 10, Taylor Calhira, his second of the night. The green smoke is flying once again as Penn State Pete Mangione puts Christos up 2. We started just a tad too quickly for our referee's liking. Nova bench urging them on. See if they can get one back before we head to break. Cross played in from an interesting spot. Heavy touch off the chest. That was Rivera who struggled to settle. This is Campbell. We got 2 added minutes, signals our assistant referee. Standing in stark contrast to the relatively clean women's game we saw beforehand, this one has been physical and it's been loud. Intercepted by Mangione. Belcher can't win the second ball. A flying kick by Campbell. Impressive athletic ability. Could not keep it in, though. About 30 seconds left of our added time, says our head referee. So Christos probably just going to ride it out, and there's a foul. Foul against Eric Calvillo. Looks like he's going into the book as well. So, first half all done but for the referee's whistle. St. Martin will get us back underway and just play it back, try and ride this out. Multiple Christos players calling for Eli Belcher to receive the ball as Jordan Travers has it on the far side, now loses it. This is Bleeker. Finds Campbell on the near side. A low through ball is easily dealt with by Brian St. Martin. Belcher pokes it on to Calhira. Calhira took a heavy touch trying to maybe get to Danielson, but that will do it for the first half. Well, a couple cards and a couple goals. And the end result is Christos 2, Nova 0, and we'll be back in just 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Back underway at the Moose Athletic Complex for half number 2. Well, it's half number 4 of this doubleheader. Christos leading Nova 2-0 here in the USL League 2 contest. Goals scored in the first half by Van Danielson and Pete Mangione. Taylor Calhira assisted both of them. And Van Danielson trying to get in, but offside here as we get underway. Just one change coming out of the break for Christos. Quantrell Jones replacing Micah Seeger between the pipes. 3 changes by my count for Nova. Omar Ismail, Ahmed Ismail, and JP Iombong getting their days started, or their nights rather. As you may be able to tell, night has fallen at the Moose. A hot, windy day has made way to a calm night. Gorgeous for some high-level soccer, and that is exactly what we are getting. Headed back, that was Ehart, got to it first. Now here's Travers. Jordan Travers, no matter what he's doing, he's always playing with a smile on his face. One of my personal favorites to watch. As Eli Belcher looking through for Van Danielson, and a very important intervention in the back for Nova. That was Eric Calvillo jumping in the way. Or I beg your pardon, that was Frankie Diorio. 6, not 16. Now here's 16 Calvillo. Looking for Iombong. Travers is there. Now Akinkoy. A lazy pass into the middle that's picked up by Mangione. Mangione pulled down from behind. Yellow easily. The Nova bench can't believe it, but two-hand pull down from the shoulders by behind of Pete Mangione. Slow to get up as well. No doubt that's a card. In basketball, you could call that a transition take foul. Clearly just trying to stop the break. Mangione seems to be okay, just going to walk it off. Honestly, lucky that wasn't more than a yellow, in my opinion. So Piles will get us back underway as he finds Belcher on the near side, and this one's quickly getting physical in the second half. There are friends between these teams. Don't let the apparent hostilities mistake you. Malcolm Harris was joking around with several Nova players during the halftime break. But for many of these guys, there is no love lost. As Travers takes one right to the stomach. Both teams calling for a throw, and Nova wins that decision. This is Iombong working his way through 5 Christos defenders and finds his way out. Nova trailing by 2 in this crucial game for Eastern Conference playoff positioning. A win for Christos vaults them into an Eastern Conference wildcard spot, as well as second in the Chesapeake division. A Nova win, if they can come back, will keep them at second in the division. Now Christos breaking out on the counter. This is Mangione. Just going to slow it up now. Roll it back for Arbalez. Arbalez came on early in the second half for a injured Spencer Hanks. Now here's Travers, right in front of our broadcast table, just on the Nova side of midfield. That one played way up ahead. Nova working on the far side. Well done to lay it off by Declan Quill. Quill trying to retain possession, but Josh Morgan, is there first. And Quantrell Jones will see his first action. Jones, the UMBC grad. Former U17 call-up of the U.S. Youth National Team. Onsides is Nadeau. Nadeau blocked by Ehart, and Ehart successful as Pies picks him up and clears it out. Well done by Ehart to avert the crisis. Quantrell Jones played all but 7 minutes this past season for the Retrievers. A 1.36 goals against average, saving just about 68% of the shots he faced. Christos' on-rushing attack is going to amount to nothing but a goal kick. I believe that was Van Danielson. Danielson teammates with Mangione over at Penn State, and a Baltimore Armor alum, as are several of his Christos teammates at the club level in their high school and earlier days. Danielson made 12 appearances for the Nittany Lions this past year. Started 5 of them, including the last 4 games of the season. So a player who really came on strong towards the end of his campaign. Taylor Calhira's got the ball in a dangerous spot now. Rolled into the middle for Mangione. Mangione a curler, and he was not far off with that effort. Quantrell Jones communicating some instructions to his back line, something he's seeing from his end of the field that not everyone is. Travers seemed to win a throw. From my vantage point, that did deflect off Calvillo. But the referee could not see that from his side, so throw in for Nova. Goes to Ion Bong. Now in the middle of the field and potentially dangerous from Declan Quill, able to find Bleecker. Floated over top, looking for Ion Bong, and Quantrell Jones is off his line to collect. There's Eli Belcher with a little bit of room to operate. Now picked up by Calvillo and Travers. Calhira deflects it through, too. Nova wanted a foul, not quite sure why. Looks like maybe a clattering of feet, but certainly no foul play. Here's Diorio. Trying to flip the field, and he will. Now, cross into the box is way offline from the intended target. Decent thought from Nadeau, but not amounting to anything.
Wait.
Back underway from Quantrell Jones. Very nice boot. Cleared the midfield circle to the far side of the field. Ion Bong shoulders it down. Could not keep it in play. Christos throw. Travers long throw finds Calhira. Out on with Calvillo, looking for Belcher, but 2 Nova defenders are there. Here's Quill. Far side of the field, believe that's Campbell. Back in the middle for Quill, a sliding effort by Morgan, just doing enough to throw him off. Inside, Quantrell Jones makes a diving reflex save, and an important one at that. Christos thought it might have been an offsides there. Calhira still shouting for it. Not quite. And still some jabbering between the benches, but the result is still a Nova corner. Corner played towards the top of the box, headed back on goal. Not a terrible effort. Just could not quite get it on target, and it's a goal kick for Christos. Just about 10 minutes gone here in the second half. 55 played out of 90. Nova pushing guys up the pitch just a little bit, trying to keep some high press on Christos as Jones alters his plans and will just boot this deep. Travers heading on Kalhira. Not quite able to win the ball. Second ball going to take a bounce. Kalhira gets bumped off. Referee loudly voicing his disagreement of any foul to be seen as Eli Belcher takes it wide. Kalhira looked back in the middle for Mangione, could not find him. It's Paez. Morgan Arbalez, little 1-2. Now Kalhira, picked up by Calvillo. Now here's Travers wide with space. What can he do? Puts a cross in, a punch out from the keeper. Lorenzo Gordon still in there, a little less vocal than he was in the first half, or perhaps he's just further away from myself. But so Christos will have a free kick just about 10 yards inside the midfield line. Arbalez finds Kalhira. Kalhira, shifty though he is, bouncing around in the middle. Travers tried to recover, could not quite find it, and it'll be booted away to Morgan at the midfield line, sliding in just to keep possession, and well done to find Brett St. Martin.
Kieran, you want to do it together? Together or separate? Yeah, I guess he's so.
Nova set to make a change as soon as we get a dead ball here in Glen Burnie. Christos controlling in the back. This is Ehart. Finds Mangione out wide. Belcher wanted it down line, could not find him. Travers to Paez in the middle. Christos working it around the back. Going to be 2 coming on for Nova at the change. Belcher picked up by 2, and he split him with a spin. And now here's Van Danielson is just offsides. Christos' bench cannot believe it. Played on by Ismail, 1-2. Trying to find one in the middle. It's going to bounce, and Quill might have been there, just a little slow, and Morgan got to it first. Kalhira pulled a little, no call. Brett St. Martin trying to run by everyone, and he will. Brett St. Martin showing his pace. Still St. Martin, down he goes, and the referee's going to bring out a card for that tackle. I believe that's the 3rd or 4th yellow card shown to Nova this evening. Couldn't quite get the number from this distance, but it'll be a free kick in a dangerous spot for Christos. It'll be Matty Johannes picking up the yellow. So it looks like Arbalez to take this free kick. Christos about 3 or 4 in the box, taken short. This is Kalhira, just biding his time with some step overs. Christos with a 2-goal lead, content to wait for their opportunities as they come, as the field is flipped. Mangione racing there, a collision. Looked like they were pushing each other more than they were going for the ball for a moment, but now it's Taylor Kalhira all over the field once again. Kalhira gets by 2, could not find Belcher with it. Arbalez to Danielson in the middle. Danielson tried to volley. The Nova defense is there. Bodies spilling on the floor. Some extracurricular activity. Referee gonna break it up. The yellow card is in hand. Referee trying to separate him before he awards this card. As Belcher and a Nova player will exchange a hug. Just to signify it's not all war out on the pitch.
Can we get a sub? Like, is that something we can do?
Nova finally getting ready to make that change. Christos could be not far behind. Now we come Declan Quill's races run, as is Eric Calvillo. It'll be AJ Shetta and Wagner Marcus coming on for Nova. Shetta with 1 goal on the year. That came against Lionsbridge. Marcus also with a goal on the year, coming against the Virginia Marauders. Shetta part of the, I don't use this term lightly in this situation, legendary Shetta family as it relates to the Nova club. His dad was the original owner of this team. He's their director of soccer, and he is playing in the USL-2. Also coached the women's team that played right before this. Now taking part, and he's got the ball, playing a quick cross in, but easy for Quantrell Jones to collect. There's Ahmed Ismail in the middle. Now wide on the near side is Shetta. Shetta trying to get across in, blocked by Travers, and stays inbounds with the spin. 2 Christos players there. Now room to operate on the counter if Mangione can find a pleat. Mangione was looking for Calhera on the far side, but cut out by Bleeker. Christos going to make a change with the next dead ball. Shetta being left all alone out wide. Christos not too concerned about his abilities. Travers will pick him up now. Puts another cross in. Finds black feet in the box. And it will dribble into the goal. Nova halves Christos' lead. JP Ionbong. He scored against Christos last year, and he scores tonight. Christos 2, Nova 1. With just about 28 minutes to play.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
See you good. Back underway, Christos' lead halved to 2-1, making a couple changes after that goal as well. Mangione off, Belcher off, Madrano and Calhera on. No, you heard that right. Taylor Calhera is already on the pitch. His brother Ryan Calhera joining him now. Ryan wearing number 23, Madrano wearing number 8. Long ball. Madrano and Calhera both chasing that down. Calhera continuing the pursuit on Gordon. Christos going to press high and try to win one. Nova has the momentum now, and they're building. Ionbong. Shetta on the near side. Shetta will have a go. A laser that Quantrell Jones is just able to tip over the bar. Corner kick, Nova. Shetta still got some power in that well-traveled right leg. Five in the box for this one, Nova. Line drive that never got back into play. Goal kick, Christos. Appreciate all you viewers letting us know how we're doing in the YouTube comments. Thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate it on DMV Sports Media. Nova bench sounding like They're counting out a Giannis free throw, trying to speed Quantrell Jones up. Ball falls to Travers. Now Paez. This is Medrano in the middle. Medrano, a steady presence, joining Paez in the midfield. Played a lot of games for Christos, as well as the Loyola Greyhounds. Scored 3 times last summer, in fact, did Kevin Medrano. Made 12 appearances. That was coming in the regular season. 14 appearances for Loyola last season, including 1 start. Ionbong settles just on the positive side of midfield. Spins off 1, avoids 2. Finds Johannes. Now Shetta. Shetta's touched the ball a lot since he's been on. Fakes out Travers, finds Ionbong. Ionbong tries to settle, goes with his left, it's deflected. Retains possession, goes again, deflected again. Couple bodies down, referee says play on as Medrano clears the lines. Ionbong and Paez returning to their feet. Short embrace, making sure each other's okay. Love to see that. Last 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes have been all Nova. Christos just trying to ride it out at this point. Here's Shetta with a boatload of space. Low cross is deflected by Travers. Jordan Travers is really not concerned about AJ Shetta at this point, leaving him all alone on the near side to help defend in the middle and pack some numbers in, but closing out well on Shetta each time. Shetta does have a goal this year. I will remind you, he did score against arguably the best team in the nation in Lionsbridge. Corner played in, headed back in, and it's tied. JP Ionbong nets his second in a matter of minutes, and it's Christos 2, Nova 2. We are back on at the Moose. JP Ionbong using his size and his strength to get free on the corner kick. And he's only been on in the second half, and he already has a brace. All the momentum is with the visitors. So we are just over 20 minutes remaining in a deadlocked game at 2. Here's Travers working with Ehart. Larry Sancombe voicing his displeasure from the Christos bench. Calhero, Ryan Calhero that is, loses it in the midfield. Here's Shetta. Into the middle, Paez intercepts what was directed for Ionbong. And Quantrell Jones will clear the line. It's Taylor Calhero, first 2, headed on for his brother. Frankie Diorio able to play it back to Lorenzo Gordon. Ryan Calhero sliding in to challenge Gordon. It's a half second too late, but a valiant effort nonetheless. There's Van Danielson. Could not get the touch he wanted. Grunting in disapproval. Could hear that all the way over here. A lot of shouting. The yellow card is coming out. Yellow card coming out. Looks like it was awarded to Arbeles. Referee admitting to a mistake. That does not soothe Kareem Shetta, the head coach. On the bright side, Kareem Shetta seems to at least be smiling with the AR on this side. What was a contentious relationship in the first half has seemed to be smoothed over. But the Nova bench none too happy with the refereeing that they've seen in this game. Slow tackle by Ryan Calhero. Nova will have a quick restart looking for AJ Shetta. Jordan Travers reads it perfectly, but cannot find white feet. Christos in the gray shirts, white shorts. Jordan Travers reading everything over on this near side. Ismail flipped the field. Nova looking dangerous, asking some questions. Brian St. Martin able to keep that one from being a corner. It'll be a throw for Nova just on the edge of the final third. JP Eilbong using his strength once again to hold off Ehart. There are times when JP Eilbong just looks like a man among boys. Christos in control now. Playing it back from Quantrell Jones. Gonna look up the middle to Arbeles. Back for Morgan. Now Paez will play it right back to Jones. Christos content to build out of the back, but struggling to find the avenues to do so, as Jones will just boot this long. Van Danielson's rushing on. That was a great kick by Jones. Cleared everyone. Danielson still working. Danielson shoved off the ball. Strong physical play from KJ Nadeau. And Josh Morgan just about at the midfield. And a poor decision. AJ Shetta is going to try his luck. Gets over Quantrell Jones, and AJ Shetta, a wonder goal from midfield. And it's Nova 3, Christos 2. AJ Shetta saw the keeper off his line, off the poor pass from Josh Morgan, tried his luck, and from way downtown puts Nova on top. Just about 17 minutes to play, not including any added time here, as Christos have given up 3 goals in succession and are now going to throw some numbers forward to try and get it back. This is Taylor Calhira to Travers, lays it back off. This is Arbeles to the back post, keeper off his line, keeper there. Lorenzo Gordon high in the air to grab the ball. Seemingly out of nowhere. It was a first half defined by physical play, and while back and forth, Christos certainly had the upper hand. The second half, different story. Now JP Eilbong. Quantrell Jones' clear goes right to AJ Shetta, who might have just scored the best goal of his storied career. Johannes by 1. Back for Shetta. Crossed in, Morgan chests down. Morgan gets by Eilbong. Lays it off for Paez. Christos just does not have the avenues to build out of the back. Nova seemingly throwing numbers ahead, throwing numbers behind, abandoning the midfield in favor of a high press and guarding the long balls. This one's in the middle. Now Shetta went wide, and that shot wide as well. Deflected out for a corner for Nova. All of a sudden, it's Nova FC content to tick a few extra seconds off the clock, and Christos playing with an added sense of urgency, almost a stunned silence coming from the faithful here at the Moose. A line drive corner. Omar Ismail barking orders at his team from the midfield line. The Nova center back, Mary Washington alum, also played at Bryant and Presbyterian. Brother of Ahmed Ismail, their father playing pro in Egypt some years ago. Another sub set to come on for Nova. Out wide, that's Shetta. Travers paying him a little more respect now. Header on goal, right into the arms of Quantrell Jones, but that was almost a fourth. Christos off and running. There's Medrano. Looking through for Danielson. He's onside. Danielson, poor first touch. And he'll be disappointed with himself. He could have been through. Nova giving possession right to Quantrell Jones. Now Jordan Travers with space. Nova dropping numbers back to try and defend. Taylor Calhera running on, shielded by Bleeker. Gordon's just going to punt it away. And by punt, I mean he stuck a leg out and got whatever he could on it. Sub coming on for Nova. Matty Johannes making way for Sir Felix Sandy. Sandy, perhaps the definition of a modern college athlete, just finished up his career at Temple. He started at Marshall, then went to Elon, then got to Temple. He's also a pretty avid TikToker. He's gotten almost 1.5 million likes on the social platform, coming up on 50,000 followers there as well. As we've got a triplet of changes coming for Christos. Here's Pius. Ball stuck at the midfield line, and St. Martin will win it. That's Ryan Calhera. A slip on the far side, and the ball is going to end up with KJ Nadeau. Medrano. Floated long, was looking for Taylor Calhera. Could not quite find him. Jordan Travers unable to catch up to it either. We're going to have a trio of changes.
Good.
Both of Christos' outside backs as well as their striker, Van Danielson, making way. St. Martin and Travers joining Danielson on the bench. Elias Norris, David Ogbonna, and Braden Wise joining the home team on the pitch as they fight for an equalizer in the remaining just over 10 minutes. So both goal scorers are done for Christos, Mangione and Danielson. So if Christos wants an equalizer, it's going to have to come from someone new. Floated ahead towards the far side. AR's flag is up. Free kick given to Nova. Perhaps an offsides. And the visitor is content to let a few extra seconds tick off the clock. And the wonderful Tim Harvey letting me know that that's the second time this year that AJ Shetta has scored a wonder goal from distance. So thank you to him for that information, as proven that age is just a number, and apparently yards are just a number too when it comes to scoring goals.
Just help me out because I know he's going to put it in the report.
A collision between Taylor Calhera and Lorenzo Gordon. Head referee gonna jog over, make sure there's nothing further. That's actually Ryan Calhera. Getting my brothers mixed up. Head ref Steven making sure there's nothing further going on. Nova bench wondering why there's no card for the late collision, and I can't say I blame them.
Hey, Lorenzo, well done. Hey, I don't know what to tell you.
Christos bench still remarkably quiet for the duration of this match, even despite giving up 3. Ismail goes down, throw in for Christos. I didn't see anything too nefarious. Ismail perhaps just trying to tick a few seconds off the clock here as he gets up and looks fine. That would be my guess of the situation. Elias Norris will throw it all the way back. Played to the far side. That's wise, both in nature and the player. And it's a free kick won by Braden Wise. Floated towards the back post of the box. That's David Ogbonna. Just came on as well. Now Norris into the middle, finds Taylor Calhera. Rolled along in an effort on goal. Bar down, and it did not go in. Christos cannot believe it. Rattling the cage, but not crossing the line, says our head referee. And Christos remains in search of an equalizer, but they'll win a free kick. Quick restart. Ogbonna not quite in the right position. Christos, a matter of inches away from equalizing this game at 3. Not quite meant to be, at least not yet. JP Ionbong dropping deep to win the ball off of Kevin Medrano. Easily holding them off. That's a size difference. Medrano's never going to win. And it's a throw now for Nova.
Come on, Green, with some energy. We got chances. Let's go.
Flying kick in from Paez. Wins another throw for Nova, but just not making it easy. Sar Sandy holding off Ogbonna. Braden Wise just doing enough to disrupt Wagner Marcus. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here. The home team, Christos, still searching for an equalizer. Almost had one a few moments ago, but they couldn't get it bar down. Looking for Ryan Calhera, couldn't find him. Most of the home crowd is on its feet. Well, most is a strong word. There are plenty of them on their feet, folks. Nervous with anticipation. Little pull. Referee deems it fine. Cross play towards the back post. A little too much. False to Elias Norris.
No service, sir. No service.
Norris trying to head fake. Doesn't work. This ball played in. Dangerous. Headed on goal and over goal. Taylor Calhera was there. Got a head on it. Could not get one in. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Nova unconcerned with anything other than bleeding out the remaining time in this game. And coming away with what would be not quite improbable, as they've certainly earned the goals they've scored, but perhaps a surprise based on the way the first 45 went. If they can pull out 3 points here and effectively doom Christos' playoff hopes. This game, of course not played on paper, but if it had been, you would also think it leaned Christos there, just based on the accolades Christos' players have won, compared to the still accolades, but a slightly lighter list of awards for these Nova players. But that is why you play the game. Awards replaced by experience and chemistry that these Nova players have from playing together in all manner of competitions. The EPSL, the US Open Cup. They've seen it all. They've seen all kinds of players. They've seen young, they've seen old, and they know how to handle whatever is thrown at them. Now this is Norris on the near side. Norris gets by a one, was brought down. Referee says play on with the advantage. Pius will flip the field if Braden Wise can catch up to it, and he will. Back for Pius now, crossing the field to collect. Floats one towards the box. Ogbonna chests. Falls to Nova. Elias Norris not going to let Nova run out. There's Ryan Calhira. Considering his options, he'll drop it back. Taylor Calhira now. Dispossessed by one, loses it to two. Nova's off and running. That's Wagner Marcus. Wagner running by everyone. He's brought down from behind. Referee shows yellow. That's a tactical foul by Evan Paez. Wagner Marcus a little slow to get up. Cannot blame him for milking it, hurt or not. Paez doing what he had to do, but Christos' odds of drawing even a point from this game growing slimmer now. Nova players calling for the trainer. So some yammering going on between the Nova bench and the AR on the near side. So Wagner Marcus is back up. Ionbong now trying to seal this for Nova. Back to goal now turns. Still Ionbong had three on him and now lost it. He's strong, but not quite that strong. JP Ionbong just trying to tick-tock, tick-tock. Two Christos on him. They're trying to win it. They will, but only winning it enough to give Nova a throw. 2 minutos remaining on the clock, as they say for the Miami Heat.
Hey, it's over.
Christos wins a throw deep in their own end, and perhaps they can build something here. Played long. Ryan Calhira heads it on. And heads it on may have been a misnomer. Heads it out, more accurate. Long throw by Nova. Finds Christos' feet. A whiff. This could be the nail in the coffin. It's Sandy. Deflected and just, and I mean just, over the bar. Corner for Nova. Any lower and that ball deflects off the crossbar. AJ Shetta going to take his time setting up for this corner. 3 second-half goals, including a wonder goal from midfield, have Nova on the verge of a comeback victory in USL-2. Corner taken short. Ionbong will just try to drip the seconds off. He's shielding two. Ball kept in play. Christos clears it long. Ryan Calhira battling with two. Could not get close to the ball. Shadow just kicks it high, milking more and more time. Nova gets the first. Ball still high in the air. Ehart gets the second, headed down. Ionbong has it. He's in an onside position. Christos can't believe it. There's Christos, an outside footer to Ryan Calhira. Ryan Calhira absorbs the contact. Now tripped up from behind. Some extracurricular context. Ismail's running away with the ball, and he's shown yellow for that. This could be the last opportunity for Christos. Madrano will take the free kick. He's most likely going to curl this into the box.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir.
Head ref going to take a moment and pull the free kick location back because there's some shoving going on in the edge of the box and our head referee's got to sprint over and deal with.
Lorenzo!
The game is almost over, but the jawing is not, folks. These teams, hostile is the word for it. This could be Christos' last chance. Madrano curls it in. Free ball, played back wide. Floated towards the box. Header straight up. Diorio had it, it went out. It's a corner and some more extracurricular activity. Referee just trying to ride this one out. Corner kick for Christos.
Hey, sir! Hey!
Almost everyone is forward. Not the keeper. Floated into the box. Everyone up, too much contact with the keeper, and it's a kick, free kick for Nova that should all but do it.
Hey, sir, how much time? Hey!
All set but for the referee's whistle.
Frank, inside! Frank, inside!
Gordon gets us back in. Norris beats Ayonbong for the header. That's a new one. Ogbonna gets tripped, no call. And that will do it. From 2-0 down, Nova FC comes back and claims victory at the Moose. Final score, Nova 3, Christos goals scored by Mangione and Danielson. For Nova, it's a brace for JP Ayonbong. And the winner, a wonder goal from AJ Shetta. 3-2 is the final between Nova and Christos. Nova moves now 4-1-1 on the year, 13 total points and sole possession of second place in the Chesapeake Division as well as the Eastern Conference wild card. Christos falls to 3-2-2, remains on 11th points, remains in 4th place in the Chesapeake, and is going to need a strong final 5 games of the year to fight for playoff position. That'll do it from tonight's doubleheader at the Moose. The ladies win for Christos, the men fall. Thank you for joining me all evening long. It has been truly my pleasure to bring this action to you, along with my cameraman Dominic and DMV Sports Media. I'm Danny Tao saying thank you for listening and have a great rest of your evening.